The Disney list is here, and on this list, with your trusted theme park perspective, we are focusing in on a couple of things, and that is mainly, what are your favorite Epcot table service restaurants? We have a lot to choose from in terms of this theme park and its overall dining majesty. Before we begin here in studio, we are going to jump on out to Walt Disney World with our very own Garrett Hassel, our Walt Disney World reporter who's at Epcot. Garrett, what's on your list?
All right, so I'm in World Showcase because all three of my choices are in World Showcase. We're doing three, right? I just want to make sure I'm doing
That's right.
I planned 15, but you made me shorten it to 3. All right. So number 3 is Electric Umbrella. No, I'm
Wow.
okay. All right,
Too soon.
So
Yeah.
For real, my number 3 is honestly a toss-up. I haven't had it in a few years, but Chef de France for lunch, not for dinner. I want it for lunch just because it's simple, it's light, it's something I can get in within 45 minutes. If I can get in and then get out. I haven't been there in a while, but I love their croque monsieur just because you can't really find that anywhere in Florida. Like you can't find like a real croque monsieur anywhere. And for those of you that may not know, that is a grilled ham and cheese with more cheese on top of it, and then it gives you some frites, which is French for fries. It gives you a lovely salade, which is French for salad.
No, thank you for that.
Did you put French
didn't
dressing
know
on
that.
it?
Yeah, like that took me a while to memorize that one. But yeah, Chef de France is my number 3. My number 2 is going to be Via Napoli because I love the pizza that they have there. I love how it's actually in a fire oven. What's it called? It's an
Wood burning
that has
oven?
Fire. Yeah, that's. Thank you.
You got it.
Yeah, that's my number 2. Just because every time I go there, the pizza is delicious. It's nice. The pepperonis aren't too big. They're not like the American pepperonis, which are big fat things. They're small ones that curl up and have a little hit of spice to them. And like the pizza's thin, and it's actually relative. If you go in with enough people, it gets pretty cheap across the board because you fill up on bread, and then you get the giant that's like 40 inches long. You eat that with 4 of your friends. You each spend $10 on that, and granted, it's still gonna be more priced than if you went to Little Caesars, Papa John's, something like that. But Via Napoli, I like it there. Sometimes the service isn't always the best for me. I think sometimes I get stereotyped as they see me and they think, oh, he's a college-age kid. He's probably not going to tip me that well, so I don't have to give him that good of a service. That's happened to me many times where I've been looking for my server and he's helping the party of 8 because he knows he's getting a big fat tip, or he'll do the party of 4 with the family. Oh, and Mickey Mouse is coming over to say hi too. So yeah, Mickey Mouse over there. Maybe he'll join us. But finally, my number 1 is something I recently had, and that is over in Le Cellier over in Canada. I had it for the first time a few weeks ago when Ariel was out here, and it is absolutely flipping delicious. The beer cheese, the cheddar beer cheese soup is to die for. The poutine's amazing. While it is very small, it's a very romantic environment where you can just hang out and have a good time, and it's very romantic. And if you have the bank to spend on a filet mignon or a nice steak, it's simply amazing. So Le Cellier is my number 1, Via Napoli 2, and 3, Chef de France. If I can't choose Chef de France, then I go over to Beer Garden where I can get a ton of food and big pints of beer.
That steak at Le Cellier will cost you a fortune, but you say it's worth it.
You guys can split it.
It's
good.
It's phenomenal. The soup and I can't get over the soup on its own.
Yeah, that soup is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, you get it, and it's just like it's just
With the pretzel bread?
It just has all the flavors, and then they give you pretzel bread. These are pretzel bread, and they're
Like that.
Exactly like
can't
that.
get enough of that too. And for Food and Wine, they bring it back just for a short time, and I eat that on the side, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I can't afford the full thing or the reservation, but I can afford the cheap thing that's honestly more of a price than the actual soup.
You know what I got out of this segment? Better ingredients, better pizza, Via Napoli.
Instead of Chef Boyardee, it's Le Cellier EE. I don't know.
Wow.
Le Cellier at Disney. Oh.
Oh, God. Okay.
You need to stop putting these ideas out on the internet
Thank you
because
for
somebody's
that.
going to steal them before you can take advantage.
And you swore Mickey Mouse was nearby.
I don't see
how are
anything.
we to know that, sir? How are we to know he's... Wait, I see red pants.
Oh,
there it is.
okay.
Wow.
What?
I'm actually.
Go
I'm
wait in line with
actually
him.
in his queue area. Let's go.
Are you?
See the mouse right now.
Oh, he's on the go.
No. Garrett on the go round 2. But yeah, we got
I thought we did
we
that
got
segment
the
already.
mouse right there. We got
Look
Mickey
at
Mouse
him.
doing his thing.
Boss
Man,
Mouse.
He always looks so dapper. I love it. I love Mickey Mouse. What I love about him, he is the perfect gentleman, and like he can do magic. He can shoot fireworks out of his fingers. I don't see Kylo Ren doing that.
Pretty
Sorcerer.
scandalous
That's
when you
true.
think about it. Now I got What? No, no, I appreciate that. I wonder what his favorite restaurants are. Garrett, thank you for joining us for this segment. Tyler, Katrina, when it comes down to it, your favorite Epcot table service restaurants, what are they?
You want to go first?
Sure. Why not? Okay.
Why not?
I will go. So I guess I'll just start with Le Cellier because Garrett also had that one. It's amazing. And one of my favorite things there too, no matter what you end up getting, you're probably going to want to get a side of the mushroom risotto that they bring you with the filet mignon because
I've heard of this.
This mushroom risotto that they make is fantastic, and it's kind of like I almost like it more than the steak in a weird way. Like they go really well together. You just kind of shovel it all in your mouth all at once. It's delicious.
Succulent.
I just want that. No, I'm just not going to say it again. And then number 2 on my list, going to be Rose and Crown. Rose and Crown, nice little place to head to. They have, of course, English favorites like shepherd's pie, which I've had there has been really tasty. They have really good fish and chips, which you can also go and get over in the little kind of like pub area too. You can get like a smaller version of their fish and chips there if you'd like, or even on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that it's been really good every time I've been, and everybody is really friendly there. They have the great accents. I don't know. There's just something about British accents that I'm like, yeah, I like talking to you. I'll talk to you all day. They have Bubble and Squeak.
Tremendous service at with anybody British, it seems like, out there at Epcot. And,
Sure, yeah.
I love stopping by that restaurant. Everybody just has the best attitude, and even the window with the fish and chips.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And like I said, Bubble and Squeak, which is like cheesy cauliflower. It's amazing. I don't know if they still have that. They had it years ago, but
Bubble
anyway.
and Squeak.
And then the last one on my list is it was a little tough to choose this one, and I'm going with this one more based on the one menu item that I always get there. I'm going with San Angel Inn, which I know for a lot of people is not a choice they would make.
Sure.
I don't think they have the best food. I'll put it out there. I don't think it's amazing food. However, the atmosphere, I think for me, Mexico Pavilion is probably my favorite pavilion. When you're in that area, you get that whole Pirates of the Caribbean, New Orleans feel. Not to say you feel like you're in New Orleans, but you have that similar feeling of you feel like you've been transported somewhere else, and you feel like you're in this nighttime setting that really kind of elevates the whole experience for me.
You've got that boat ride moving past
Yeah,
you.
the boat ride's
everything
going by.
just, you're right, feels very captivating.
Yeah.
It's like dim setting. It's just like really relaxing,
It's just nice. And even you're right. And even though it's super crowded restaurant, it does feel relaxing in a weird way. And you don't feel like it's super crowded all the time.
The tables are 3 inches apart.
They are very close
very
together.
close.
Yeah.
You're going to be in everyone
yeah.
else's conversation.
True. I mean, it's the same thing with Le Cellier. It's we've had plenty of tables where we're literally sitting as close together as we are right now,
Yeah.
So
Pack them in.
Can I have one of those? And they're like, who are you?
But I will say the thing I always get at San Angel is the combo, which it comes with excuse me, I'm like losing my voice or something. It comes with a piece of beef, some steak, an enchilada, some carne asada, an enchilada, and one more thing that I'm blanking on. I think it must be I'm blanking on the last. It must be a tamale or something. But anyway, those 3 things together, super tasty. I do like that meal. I don't know. I can't really recommend much other things there because that's the thing I get every time. But I do love that restaurant for those reasons. So
I did not anticipate you having that on your list because it does seem like one of those that, even though the ambiance is spectacular and has all the workings of being a truly, number one reservation for a lot of people, it doesn't end up usually being that way for a lot of individuals, mainly because, well, the food is not always up to standards.
yeah, it definitely is. Like, they prepare these things banquet style. They say, hey, we're gonna make 900 enchiladas because we know we're gonna have 900 people, and that's how they do it. I mean, that's I get it. So don't go there being like, oh well, Tyler said this was gonna be great. Like, it's good. I think a lot of it is.
Prepare yourself.
I think a lot of it is not the food. It's that I love the Mexico Pavilion so much too. So I think it's a lot. I think it's a few things combined for me.
Very good. What about you, Katrina?
Well, I do love Mexican food, but I don't like that place. So I like the one across the way, La Hacienda de San
Yeah.
Angelo. So there's another restaurant that's on the exterior, and it's only open at night. And I think it was phenomenal when we went there together. And they have a beautiful view of World Showcase if you have like the right kind of seating. They have delicious guacamole. And then I got this like braised beef thing with, I wanted to say it was like a mole type sauce on it. And it was spectacular.
Yeah,
and
you
this
got
is
the winning dish.
I did. It was so good. And so we shared it. Like Tyler and I, we love to like kind of, if we have a couple items that I know are gluten free and like we can't decide on it, so we'll share it. And the service was great. The margaritas were good. They were kind of expensive. But again, like it was made to order, not kind of like very quick banquet style seating over at like the San Angelo Inn. So I love that place. And then I've heard if you get a reservation at night and when they're doing the show, you have like a really great view. So I don't know. So don't quote me on it.
It does have those windows that go right out to the water.
So
Clearly
it
a
looks
restaurant
really,
built for that view.
Right.
yeah, pretty much. And it's really cool. So I would say like definitely try that one.
Yeah.
And then my second choice is Le Cellier. I do
Seeing a theme here.
I know. I do love their poutine is delicious.
Watch your mouth.
And we like splitting the steak. So we learn if we can split the steak and just get an extra side of that risotto, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Because again, he was like, I can care less about eating the whole steak as long as I get more of that risotto. And it's true. I hate mushrooms, but for some reason, that risotto makes the dish
Still a winner
so
for ya.
delicious. A little glass of wine, a little bit of piece of beef, and then like a whole bunch of risotto. So just ask for a side of risotto, share the other dish, and you're good to go.
getting this
I don't know about
risotto.
the beer cheese
Yeah.
soup.
No.
I can't have it. So don't know about that, but it looks good.
Yeah.
Smells good.
That I have
So
had.
therefore, it probably is
Spectacular.
It
good.
is very good. Yeah, it's
very good.
And
I got to
yeah.
get that risotto.
Oh yeah, just get a side of it if you don't want like the steak or anything, and like you just eat it.
Just make a reservation and just say, I would like risotto, please.
Yes,
I
please.
just like risotto.
Risotto
Just
and
a
water. I'm good.
Big thing of risotto. It's delicious. And then my first is Teppanito in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a teppan restaurant. So if you don't know, it's like where they cook in front of you. So you order your food, and so everybody kind of gets, like the
Semicircle type
a
of
little
formation.
semicircle, and then they cook in front of you. And so I love it too because I have a gluten allergy, and I always have to wait for my food to be made, and I'm always last. Always. I'm not even kidding. And at this restaurant, I'm the first to get served. So they have to cook my food first while
Wow.
the grill is still hot and like clean without soy sauce. And then they cook my food while everybody's watching. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then I get my food and I'm like slowly eating. And then everybody's staring at me like, and I'm just like, oh, this is delicious, by the way. I can't wait for you to get yours. And then, so I slowly do that. And it's always just really fun because I love, they can't do fire or anything like the other teppan places, but they like to do steam. So sometimes you'll get like ladies that sing a song about, do you want to build a snowman out of rice, which is always fun. And then there's like some that do like the Mickey Mouse with the onions. So they like build the Mickey Mouse and then they do it like a little show with the onions and stuff. So I always think that's like, I'm missing like another show that we did once that was like really cool. They did like the snowman. They did Mickey Mouse. They did like.
Well, I've seen them
there's
take
always, like, other
yeah. I
ones.
mean, I've seen them take the onion volcano,
Oh,
that
yeah,
they usually
of course,
do, and they don't.
oof.
They don't do the volcano like she was just saying because they don't want to do fire with the kids and everything. I get it, but the chef took a little piece of carrot and shoved it in the little volcano, and then she started singing, "Do you want to build a snowman?" And it was a little Olaf onion, like.
Oh, how precious!
Yeah, she made the onion look like Olaf, so I thought that was pretty cute.
Yeah, so this like, and again, it's like really tight seating too, just like San Angelin. You're very close to one another in your semicircle, but there's also people behind you as well. So how they fit it, but again, you just kind of like you're so focused on them cooking that you just kind of forget about these people. And the service has always been spectacular. Like
They're always so nice.
I love water. I love drinking water. And I always get kind of sad when I always have to ask for water because I just feel like I'm needy. So when they just come and I'm not even noticing and they quickly switch out my water and I don't even know and I just keep drinking it. And then I like go to tell him, I'm like, God, why do I have to pee so bad? And he's like, you just had like 10 glasses of water. And I'm like, oh. And they're always really good about it. I cannot say enough of how amazing. Your drinks are always filled. They always come to see how you're doing. And then the prices are a little expensive, but you leave super full. Like we always do it for lunch, and we don't want to eat dinner at the end. So it's kind of like 2 meals in one.
Yeah.
And then it's just so amazing.
Between that and all the water.
All the water, and then maybe just go to Silla Celia at night and just get some risotto.
Perfect.
That's like the perfect day.
That sounds like the ideal day. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Producer Kurt, when it comes to Epcot table service restaurants, you have any top of your list?
I have one for you that I try to go to every time, and that's the beer garden over in the German pavilion. It's just I like the service. I like the
sauerkraut.
The sauerkraut is good, delicious.
Everybody says their sauerkraut's delicious. I'm just like too scared to try it.
It's really good food, and then you get the entertainment and everything along with it. So you get the German band playing everything. Yeah,
band,
exactly. And you want to just get up and start dancing, and you get the little bells and everything. And
Do you go buy lederhosen over there across the way and then just wear them?
No, it's just a little too much for me.
Does your wife Stacy? Does she put on the lederhosen?
Well, my whole side of her whole side of the family's German.
Oh,
so
it's like going home.
I
It really is. Yeah. We do have some lederhosen somewhere in the closet.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Wow.
bring it out.
That's when you show up, wear it in Florida, like 90-degree weather plus like 100% humidity.
Exactly.
Sounds great.
Seems perfect to me.
I can't imagine any better time than that right there.
Well, that about wraps it up for the top 3 for each of our individuals here. Top 3 table service restaurants at Epcot.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.